I don't know where you see 6 people waiting, but I guess we got our entertain our captive audience here. So we're gonna stop talking about sports. Well, see, I see 0 up there, so I guess they all left.
Nick, tell me why you love the Leafs so much and why you think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Well, the Jets? I can tolerate the Jets. The Leafs can go fuck themselves. Anyway, so hey there, beer tubers. There we go. Five viewers. Let's get back on the topic we're trying to talk about. Big Nick Energy. Right. All right. So tonight we are taking another look at a beer we've done before on Beer Analysis 101. This is a ReAnalysis episode about flying monkeys, Sparklepuff or Sparklepuff in certain circles. A triple IPA. It weighs in at 10.2? Yeah, 10.2% ABV from Barrie, Ontario, with a cute space cat on the front of it. All right.
It doesn't say like Defender of the Universe. Yeah, there you go. Defender of the Universe, something like that.
Yeah. It says Defender of the Universe, Galactic Starfighter. Which, you know what? This is actually really awesome can art. I mean, Flying Monkeys, it's got awesome can art. I'm glad they've never changed this. But we'll get into that in a moment. So, first and foremost, I want to introduce who we have with us tonight, starting with the beard. Mr. Red of the Beard.
What be going down?
What's going down? Not going to do a pterodactyl scream?
Be going down.
Is your throat hurting? Do you do it too much in your live streams?
No, not that much. I'm fine.
No.
I can. Do you want me to be loud? I can be fucking loud. I can be loud. But
how you doing tonight, Redbeard?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad.
Good.
Right.
Good
to hear. All right. So let's. Thank you, Carrie. Let's move on to Greg, who's been pre-gaming.
I have had a delicious steam whistle.
Oh, a steam whistle. I was going to say that you were drinking Souls again, but
no, I don't have any. I don't have any Souls. The problem with Souls is I have to go to the beer store to get them, and I only want to go to the beer store. Even though it's
is that because you drank all of them?
Oh yeah, I had 6 of them. I drank all of them. You get a 6-pack, you drink 6. That's a single serving, Nick. It's
a single serving. It comes in a single package.
Just remember, 6-packs were designed because that's what they felt was reasonable for a woman to carry home to her husband, so he could consume in an evening. That's just simple. Like
what is this? Is this like chauvinistic beer review now?
No. Misogynistic beer review.
No, you can look up. That's a true historical fact. That's where 6-packs came from. Women weren't able to carry a 2-4 home to their husband because that would be unreasonable. So
I need to see that
dainty carrying a 6-pack like it's a purse.
Google it.
Well, it is a good purse.
Yeah, this is.
There you go.
How are you doing tonight, Greg?
Me, Rob. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm about to drink a Sparklepuff. I just woke up from a nap, so I hope you guys don't notice my bed head. It's a little bit. My hair is just all over the place right now. But yeah, so I had a little day drinking today because why not? It was a beautiful day. And now I'm going to do a little night drinking because my buddy Nick says I have to. So why not?
Yeah. All right.
It has been decided.
It has been. Nick has spoken. All right. Sparkling. All right. Speaking of sparkling. Hello, Lady Lee and Robert here.
Oh, Robert.
So, first of all, how are you individually? Let's start with Lee. How are you doing tonight, Lee?
Individually. Just saying, it's just Rob. It's just Rob.
Just Rob.
He'll always be Robert to me.
No.
Always a Robert to me.
Roberto.
Maybe even Bob sometimes.
You're like a shampoo.
I am good. I'm exhausted, but I'm good.
What the shampoo thing? What am I thinking of? What are you referencing?
It's like an Italian.
What was it? What was it?
Roberto Vio something or other.
Isn't Alberto?
Oh, that Vio.
Alberto Vio 5, right?
That's it.
Oh yeah, I remember that stuff.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. That was going to bug me. And go ahead, Lee. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
That was a great random reference, dude.
Hey Brandon, if you wanted in, I got send me a message.
Yeah, get in here, bitch.
Does he have a Sparklepuff?
I think he does.
Wow.
Did he message me on Facebook?
Sparklepuff.
He did
I'm
not.
exhausted. I had kids talking over me all day today, and I have adults talking over me all day today. So
that's how it goes. You're
he's
gonna have to learn to use your outdoor voice.
Not right now. I'm done. I had enough yelling today.
All right.
We need to yell more.
Right on. And how's Rob tonight?
Pretty good. We got a McCain's Deep and Delicious here to chase this beer.
Wow.
Something to chase the IPA with to cleanse your palate.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, that sounds like the perfectly sparkling queer meal to go with the sparkling queer puff.
Just need the glitter on top of the McCain's cake, and
no, that might be a little too much on the nose. You don't want this to be theatrical.
Delicious can of Sparklepuff.
I wish they would make it again, but there was a local brewery that made a glitter beer for Gay Pride Month.
That would be fabulous.
I haven't tried any of the weird glitter beers.
I mean, I tried. It was an interesting beer. It had like a shimmering quality to it. But anyway, that's off topic. Thank you for that. All right, let's get back over to me. And first of all, I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Hey, Nick,
Brandon
how are you
is
tonight?
apparently pussing out. I'm doing fine. Apparently, Brandon's pussing out tonight, not joining. He's got
Brandon.
a cold.
He will take care of your tickets tomorrow. Don't worry.
No, I won't. I've got too many my own. I'm not getting to that this week. So, all right. So, let's talk about when did we do this beer last. So, I'm going to share my screen here. We looked at Sparklepuff originally on June 19th, 2019. There was only 3 of us in the chat. Greg was there. Yeah, Greg amazingly was there. Ashley Sexton was in the audience.
Oh, Ashley.
Yeah. The crew at that point when we were looking at Sparkle Chunks.
Who the fuck is Max?
Me.
Oh,
it was your dead dog there, Greg.
Jesus, Nick.
Greg Dunsmuir says Chunks Ahoy. We did say something in the original episode about it being Sparkle Chunks.
Not for you guys, but my current glass is devoid of any
kind of chunks. All right.
I want to say it's been a while since I've had a can of this beer that's had the chunky factor going on. I think they might have finally solved it.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna stop sharing there. Let's take a look at the original.
See, I want you to have a look at this. Okay, when did Max die?
Literally 2 weeks after.
Yes, so it may be Sparklepuff that killed my old dog.
It might have been, like hops aren't great for dogs. You might have licked the bottle.
No, I don't imagine this would fucking be great for dogs. But anyway, yeah, Max thought it was an 8 out of 10. So, and this was right after. This was the same month Arnold was born. He was born in July of that year.
Not quick.
Maybe,
all right. Let's not bring down the chat too much here. Thanks, Greg. All right, so yeah, we looked at Sparklepuff. We originally gave it an 8.17 for style, 8.33 overall enjoyment. I mean, how can you really classify a triple IPA? It's not really a common thing. I think it's really something that's become more common ever since ever since the introduction to Sparklepuff. I think that, but we'll get into what we thought. I mean, we kind of thought that this was like a heavy hitting triple hopped like a New England style IPA, but with a super high ABV. So, what is Sparklepuff? We might as well talk a bit about that. I mean, Flying Monkeys from Barrie, Ontario, was originally called Robert Simpson Brewing Co. They opened in 2005. Later changed their name. Yeah, Robert Simpson Brewing Co. in 2005. Yeah. And it was like opened by a husband and wife duo, Peter Chiodo and his wife Andrea. Oh yeah. They changed their name in late 2008 to the more interesting Flying Monkeys name, which is a successful move for the brewery. Over the years, they have become well known for IPAs and the creative styles of beers that they've produced. Sparklepuff Galaxy Starfighter was released on February 4th, 2019. It is, of course, brewed with, it comes in at 37 IBUs, so really not very bitter, and is brewed with peaches as well as being triple dry hopped. And actually, that's kind of one thing I'm wondering. Does it say it's made with peaches?
It does.
Yeah. Payload of smashed summer peaches. So, yeah, I don't think really the can has changed all that much in the last like decade. The ABV hasn't changed.
I don't think it's changed at all.
Yeah, which is good because we really liked it at the time. My can was canned at the end of December of 2024, so this can's like 5 months old almost.
Yeah, that's not fresh at all. Wow. Mine's,
No,
but I mean, it's what showed.
This beer holds
what
up.
showed
Fine.
up. All right.
I got a March 7th on my can.
Yeah, I think mine is the what's mine? Mine is mine's April 2nd, actually.
Oh,
there we go.
Ooh, wow, that's pretty fresh. So let's go around the audience and see what everybody's sort of history or what they think of the beer since. Let's talk to Carrie, who actually missed that. He was around, he just missed that week's episode.
Go around the audience.
He still existed. We're all Carrie. We're all watching each other, so technically it's accurate.
I know.
Typically, how we have 4 views.
Be the cast. I don't know, but anyway,
whatever.
I've had this since it came out. I'm pretty sure when it first came out, I gave it a 10. Like it blew my mind for how good it was. And with like the ABV is very, very well hidden. It's a really dangerous beer, but yeah, I buy it every now and then. Like if I, only have a little bit of time after work or something before I need to go to bed or some shit, but I want to like get a little buzz on. You know what I mean? It's a good beer for getting a quick buzz on.
It gets you quickly buzzed, that's for sure.
And it's again, it doesn't. It's very deceptive. And I feel like I must have known that too, but I did that just trigger. I didn't realize remember the peach thing in the beer, and it is there. It's not like prominent, smacking your peachy in your face, but it balances really well with whatever hops they use. So, yeah, that's it's a good beer, and I've had it a few times.
Okay.
Thank you for stopping me, Lee.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you, Carrie. Let's move over to the Gregler. Everybody's favorite Gregler. You were here for the original episode, so I'm not going to so much ask you for your history.
I'm here for every episode.
You really liked it. Yep. You and me are the only ones that have been on every episode. So
we're a team, Nick. We're best friends forever.
Greg
should Bubble Lord then.
Greg should officially have like co-host status at this point.
No, I don't want responsibility. I just want
more like no host status.
I just want to wander in here. I just want to wander in here with my hair undone, give a review, maybe drop a few racist words, and then leave. That's the only responsibility I want.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. All right. So
priorities. I like that.
Good percent envelope, Greg.
Fucking microphone. All right.
But
so yes, you were. I'm not asking so much about your history. You were on the original episode, as I was trying to say before I got talked over. Have you had this since?
Yes, much like Carrie, I do buy this on a probably fairly regular basis. I try not to have it on hangouts because this beer can get you in trouble real quickly. So it's usually one of those, I'm just going to have 1, maybe 2 beers tonight. I'll have a Sparklepuff, then maybe follow it up with like a lager or something. But having it in succession with other big beers or stouts or something, not good. I can tell you it's not good. Does not make Greg a happy boy the next morning. But yes, I do have this on a fairly regular basis. It's usually almost every time I go to the LCBO, I'll just grab 1 can of it, and when I drink it, I'll buy another can. So I don't stockpile it because again, dangerous beer. Because it does drink. Don't want to get into my review, but it does drink surprisingly smoothly sometimes. Yeah, so that's my history. The first time I had it was February 20th of 2019. So remember, that was a time when none of us knew what COVID was.
It's true.
And
that was like less than a month after it came out.
Yeah.
Very random things. There's 3 people hanging out in Nick's Discord right now, waiting for us.
It's a couple of people are watching the hockey game in there.
Yeah, they're no good, Nick. You don't want to hang out with them.
Why is Scott not here? What the hell?
Because he's watching the hockey game.
Because he's rude.
I'm doing both. He can do both. Boom.
I mean, Nick's doing both. He's got the game on behind him.
I got it on TV, but I was actually.
Nick, if there was some like AI copyright thing going on or something like that, detecting stuff.
Yeah, just refreshed it.
They might get you, Nick.
Anyway, so yeah, it's Justin. No, yeah, it's Justin, Joel, and Scott are over there in my Discord. So, all right, thank you for taking this off topic, but thanks, Greg. Let's go over to Lady Lee and Rob, and they're going to tell us about
the show is a journey, Nick. It's a journey.
Greg, that was great. That was good. I liked it.
Thank you.
Sorry.
We have no history.
They're gonna pet. We're gonna pet. They're gonna pet the kitty. Well, you guys have no history with this beer. I'm surprised, Lee.
You've never tried it, really?
You've never had this, Lee?
I've had it.
Okay.
Okay, you have a history then. What's your history?
He has had it as well.
Oh.
Wow,
So
double history.
Trying beers, I was like, "Oh, this one has high alcohol. Let's try this one for him." But he was saying that he doesn't really like IPAs, and I was like, "Oh, I kind of like this one, so let's try it." And that's why we tried it. So we do have history with this one. We have tried it previously, and it's something that I introduced him to.
Wow.
Look at you taking credit for
What
it.
she said.
Is that the other thing you introduced him to?
His history is my history.
All right, so shared history. All righty.
I had it previous to that, though.
For
Like,
that?
I think I've had it a few times. Yeah, I kind of more talk about it during the review, but this is a beer that I have had dabbled in a few times beforehand.
Done a little dabbling.
A little dabble.
Dabble. I love the word
Wow.
dabble. I don't know
Rob.
dabble.
Carrie
Dabble.
made it creepy.
No.
Dabble.
All right. So to make it creepier, I'm going to put myself on. Thank you, Lady Lee and Rob.
Oh my god!
Oh God.
Okay.
That was awesome.
All right. So I mean, of course, I was on the original episode. What's been my history since then? I mean, the first time I had this, I had it at the Shit Bucket Manor in Ontario, 2019. Second time I had this, I did I had it for RBA 101.
Was it before or after the manor tried to kill you?
The what?
When the shit bucket manor tried to kill you with the falling thing on your bed, remember?
Tried to kill Nick?
It
That. Fuck yeah! The painting on the wall fell off and
it
fell on me. Well, it almost fell on me. I got it out of the way, but it was just like this weird big ass painting on the wall. It just I was looking at the wall and it just sort of happened and it went, boom.
It's probably like from radar Darth Vader snoring.
Yeah, it was probably something to do with radar.
shaking
So
the foundations. Fuck.
yes, so the first time I had Sparklepuff was at the Shit Bucket Manor. I bought 2 cans in North Bay when I visited Carrie, and I brought one of them home. We did that on PA 101. Since then, I've had it a few times because it's shown up in Envy Liquor, I think 3 times. I might be overestimating that. I know it showed up a couple of years ago. I bought a bunch of cans of it because it was fucking great. It's also very unique because you guys, all Ontario people, all talk about this beer. So it was kind of neat to try it again.
That's all we talk about in Ontario.
It's
Yeah.
it's the time of the town.
Sparklepuff. I mean, this is famous as being the snow globe beer. Although, we'll get into that in a moment. But
Shout out to Drunk Pokeroo. Woo.
right. Yeah, right. Hard pass. Okay, so yeah, so the with this beer, it's just recently showed up here again, which kind of triggered, hey, let's do this episode, a reanalysis of this, because we can all get this beer. One thing I was kind of neat when I was searching around, I just want to put this out here. This is, of course, Flying Monkey's high, like, I don't know if this is their highest ABV IPA, but It was kind of neat when I was cleaning up the garage. I found a box of old bottles from back when I first started my channel. Like, people might know, I had to, like, my late fiance died and I ended up moving out and moved back home with my folks. And all the stuff from my old apartment, I had a shelf full of beer bottles behind me when I did my episodes. And I found the box of beer bottles in the garage, including this Flying Monkey's Super Collider, double IPA 1.5. Yeah, check this out though, 160 IBUs. Nice. This is from like 2011, 2012 or something, back when they had the IBUs, the bitterness wars. So it was kind of neat we're talking about Flying Monkeys, find this in the garage. I remember having this. It had like that melt your face fucking bitterness to it. And it was an old. Other than that, it was like an old school piney IPA, if I recall correctly. So there's a review of that going back in history on my channel if anybody wants to go take a look after this show. But it's kind of neat that I found this bottle, and I'm pretty sure there's like a cat hair stuck to it. I'm pretty sure it used to belong to my my old cat Samus. So it's a little bit of a trip down memory lane.
Wow, we're just talking about everyone that's died in Nick's life.
Everybody's dead pets.
When did they last brew that beer?
I'd have to look it up. I'm pretty sure they came out. I'm not sure if this is Super Collider 2.0, but I know they came out with a Super Collider 2.0.
Because I feel like that name. I feel like I did try that at some point. Maybe it would have been in a can though. I think if they canned it
possibly.
At some point. I don't know.
Long time ago, like we're going back. Like 13, 14 years ago, Flying Monkeys used to bottle everything, and now they've joined the. I think this bottle. This is, if I recall correctly, it didn't come in one of those boxes, but this is the kind of bomber bottle that would be in one of those. Remember the old boxes they used to put like Chocolate Manifesto and what was that green one that was like the Spanish cedar aged one?
I had Super Collider 2.0 April 9th, 2017.
Yeah, so they must have brewed it again, but this bottle, I want to say this was late 2011 I had this. If it wasn't that, it was early 2012. But it was, that was an interesting beer. That's why I saved the bottle. I got a cool label. I mean, this thing's got a cool label on it. So
I got a bunch of these old boxes, from Flying Monkeys that I should throw out because they're just collecting dust, but they look cool in my bar.
So you got 2 Chocolate Manifesto, 2 version beer. What was the green one? It was El Matador, wasn't it?
El Matador, yeah, that was the Matador and Matador 2.0.
What are those?
Yeah, I had Matador 2.0
Oh, they're just pumpkin beers. I just like the bottles, so
they look really cool.
I got a lot of garbage here that
There's a lot of cool bottles, especially that Sexton Brewing.
I know this is
that's a one-off.
This is a one of a kind. You can never throw that. And then remember when Black Oak was actually good? Epiphany #1. Oh yeah. And here's a broken Mill Street glass, which I probably should throw up, but I like Nick, the glass. So
did you see the most recent comment? Do you know this person?
Nope. All right. So speaking of comments, let's go read some of these comments. We've got Rob Boulay saying Andor is so good. Oh yeah, we had Lee at the start of the chat saying, assuming this actually starts at some point, I'm just popping in between binging the first 3 episodes of Andor to ask what's next week's beer. I mean, we'll get into what next week's beer is, but it's got something to do with this guy.
Deal.
All right. So, Brandon said he was planning on being
it took me a second there.
Yep. We know. So we was planning on being here tonight, battling a bad cold. Cry baby. Did you have a Sparklepuff? Not feeling great. You know what? This beer is perfect for a cold.
Yeah, it actually cures colds. So I mean,
it's perfect. It will soothe your throat. That's for sure.
For what it has right now, if you have any Jägermeister and Buckley's on hand, mix half a shot of Jäger and half a shot of Buckley's.
Gross.
It's not tasty, but it literally will blast your sinus. I've done it before. I used to be a bartender at a certain restaurant. I used to have a bottle of Buckley behind the bar, and someone not feel well. Complimentary Carrie's shot of health, I called it, and they just effective. It is.
Anyway, we got was it Tony Cellar Solace asking for the StreamYard link. I don't know you.
Why do you want the link, and who are you? I guess is maybe something you should put in the chat.
Do you have a Sparklepuff? Let's start with that. Do you have a Sparklepuff?
There you go.
Because you have to have the beer to join the show, and also you have to not
That's
be.
one.
It's an angry person.
You also have to not be a troll.
Oh yeah. Then the next question is to be on the show with Lee and Rob. Who are you voting for in the federal election?
Okay.
Do we really want to bring politics on this channel?
No, we never discuss politics.
He wants to show us something. Please send me the link.
He or she.
So Brandon says, don't mind Yager at all, but usually you get it once or twice a year and it hangs around for a while. Yeah, I buy a bottle of Jaeger and it's gone within a couple of weekends. So
That's because
There's
you're a proper alcoholic.
One bottle
There's
is a
a-
lifetime.
There's a bar here in town, the Fox, that still has one of those like old school big machines where they put 3 bottles of Jaeger on top and it like chills it for pouring
Oh,
shots
yeah.
like draft. And like if you go there when the owner's working in the middle of the day, he'll just randomly every hour or so just pour fucking a bunch of Jaeger shots for everybody and just give you one. It's fucking
There you go.
it's a good time.
Sounds like a good owner.
But yeah, this person is like, what Tony, what do you want to show us? Be more like, we're not. You think we're just gonna let you into this chat
We don't
and bring you,
it might
put you on the air when what you want? You're gonna fucking have your balls or asshole hanging out? I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh.
and only half of us want to see that.
he's got the sparkle chunks hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says yes.
Greg 4 beers in? Is Greg 4 beers in yet?
Just give them
Greg's
away.
only Sparklepuff. Well,
Uh,
Sparklepuff is like 2 beers.
I mean,
so.
throughout the day, yes, but I had a nap, so it's broken. So don't get too excited.
So you're no longer bi. Just you're
He's only
fine.
drinking at work.
No, I didn't get to 4, so I didn't achieve biness yet. But
Tony,
Well,
you're one more
what are we
weird
at?
comment away from getting banned.
Is
I
that
don't know.
3?
I don't know, Rob. Why don't you buy me another beer?
I'm a little far at the moment.
Are we seducing you?
I mean, not if he's not willing to travel. Like, come on.
now you know how I feel with you.
Robin, Lee and Rob are that couple at the bar buying you drinks, trying to get you drunk.
Yeah.
Giving you that's the look they're giving you, Greg.
So it's weird because I'm used to people trying to hit on my wife, but it's weird when it's me. It's like, what? How desperate are you?
I have timed out a motherfucker.
All right.
I've timed. Okay.
Thank you,
Only
Carrie.
for a
That
minute.
was kind of
We'll
weird.
see. We'll see if he gets the.
I mean, if you're a legit beer fan and you want to come on, you want to hang out with. I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
but just wants to
But
show
I-
us.
just
I-
we
I
don't
would-
we don't know you.
No,
At least not yet.
I would say we'll vet you offline before we invite you on.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
there you
usually
go.
a good idea.
Vetting
Because
process
otherwise
is
we
pretty
end,
rigorous.
otherwise we end up with
Yeah.
people like Carrie. Remember Carrie? He showed up and now he won't leave.
You won't leave us the fuck alone. Yeah.
The vetting
sorry.
I was thinking like
Yeah.
more like weird people like Chris Peters.
I lost my career title because I brought this asshole. So.
There's a random thing, Nick. Do you have your Discord channel linked in the description below?
No.
You should. People want to join.
I don't think he wants everyone on his Discord channel.
No.
But again, like you can set it so only certain people can join the voice channels and stuff. But if Nick wants to announce stuff and have a little Discord community going on, it's a thing. I don't know.
No.
All right.
Thought-
So
thought.
let's so what we do now. So we might as well circle back around and see if we can get some thoughts on what we think of this beer. I'll start with Beard.
Beard.
What you think about Sparklepuff?
Beardy puff.
Sparklepuff.
I like it. This is again for 10.2%. It does come across like you can tell it's not a light IPA or like it's a bit strong, but it doesn't. It's like a double IPA, I'd say maybe. I wouldn't say 10.2%. The peach is there. Like when I take a drink and then like get the remnants off my mustache, I really get the peach. But it's great. Like there aren't a lot of mainstream like this is one of their core beers. It's been around for a long time now. Most breweries don't have core beers with this ABV going on. So I can't really. I've had a few other triple IPAs.
I don't know what I'm gonna drink tomorrow.
But this is the one I've had the most by far.
Most Thursday.
For style, I'm gonna go 10.
Beandy?
This is a fantastic Greg has the freshest one. I wish mine was Greg level fresh. This is one of those beers
Everyone
that
wishes they were Greg level fresh.
it's one of those beers where if you get it like super fresh, yeah. But personal enjoyment, 8.5. It's very good, but like there's other IPAs that like way more juice forward and just like, you know, I like it a lot, but I don't. I've had so much more since like, the first time I ever tried it on my channel. I gave it a 10. I don't do the double rating, but I gave it a 10. This one, like I've had so many more beers since then. I guess I'd say that this one is no longer the best. It's but still highly recommended. Value for money. This is like what, $4.75 a can or something like that here in Ontario.
Unprofessional.
Like that price. Like I bought a Beltwoods beer today. Some new monogamy, their single hop IPA stuff they do. $5.
Get rid of that.
I think it's. I think it should be 7%. This being under $5. Like, I talk about Hazelmelon being the best value for money, but I guess this one here, if you want to just get smashed on craft beer, easily the best value for money. Anyway,
I mean, it's no facts 10%, but
true.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Where's the facts at?
How much is a can of facts? How much is a can of facts? 10%.
Alternate facts.
Oh, I would have to look it up. It's
the jumbo size.
Jumbo.
I think it's the jumbo size. I think it's around $4 a can now. It used to be like $2.50 a can, which is stupid. But yeah, now it's like the 568 or whatever the fuck the massive can.
It's the same size as the Crest.
Saying like best value for money. Best value for money. High test craft beer. Facts isn't a craft beer, so
yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
I like it. Get some. Give yourself an enema. Woo.
A beer enema. You become your own enema.
Wow.
You live long enough to become the villain.
There
Become your own worst enema.
Be your own worst enema.
Oh,
I mean, if you're shoving alcohol up your butt, it probably is a worst enema. Because
I didn't expect the number of like puns that I just unlocked right now. That was great.
He apologized.
All right,
I see that. And
I mean, I don't think he needed to be like whatever you did to him, like banned or suspended or whatever the fuck you did. It just I don't think we need to know who you are before we invite you.
I put him in timeout for a minute.
And we don't like you. We don't have any problem.
Maybe how the straight people function.
Just like like running my channel and stuff. Like the number of there are people that will get banned and within 2 minutes make a new account and come in and
they're really fucking dedicated to trolling you.
So some people really are. Tonight actually was pretty ridiculous with a couple people. But again,
that's why they followed you from here.
My mods, like my one mod, I don't know what he does, but he knows how to like look at someone's account and see when it was created. Any account that was like just created, like insta ban. Get it, fuck off.
Get like somewhat like one of Lee's sock accounts.
No, Lee comes into my channel and comments and is a decent person. I'm not gonna. I got nothing.
Oh, thank you.
Most of the time.
Weirdly enough, I still don't have admin access or whatever it is in the chat that I can't do anything to anyone. I do have it in the BDU chat.
And as a co-host,
occasionally when our good friend Chad runs a BDU, I've still got fucking admin access on his chats.
You don't have admin access on the chat on YouTube, Greg?
I don't. I also can't see anything Lady Lee ever posts because I don't know if I have.
We're enemies. I don't know if I blocked you, blocked me, but it's funny.
Type a comment.
Greg, type a comment in the chat on the YouTube.
All right, there you go. I typed a comment.
And you will get magical powers.
Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, not let me do it. Let me do it.
No, I got
you.
Right.
Yeah, Lee doesn't see that comment.
You know what,
Greg, you've finally been anointed.
There are two levels.
I figured Nick was just gonna permaban me.
I'm not sure what my level is, but there's 2 levels of moderator.
Damn it!
You make Greg a managing moderator or whatever.
Yeah, I did. Greg is the managing moderator.
I don't
now.
know.
Nice.
Where does it say poop?
Oh, you're a managing moderator for this channel. Oh, look, I have to read this.
Look,
You're this creator.
What?
This
let Greg do this right now. How is that held for review? Seriously? Lady Lee, are you seeing that your thing was held for review?
this creator trusts you to help
Yeah,
them build
I
a
realize this
positive
is what
space
you're
for me.
doing.
Now you can.
He did
Okay,
a poo-
whatever.
She said a poo-poo face.
Oh, okay. I can see
I don't
Lady's
even see
comment.
Lee's. I don't even see. Where is Lady Lee's?
I did it. I uncovered her comment, and now I can see that she thinks I'm a poo-poo face.
Greg allowed it.
I mean, yeah. but
How is that? Like,
I think
I don't even see the. Here's the thing. I don't even see the comment. What the fuck?
I'm reporting.
Hold
it.
on, Lady Lee, make another comment. I want to see if, like, just make any comment. I'm curious if I'll be able to see you now.
type like penis vagina or something. Like what else is?
No, just make any
Penis
comment, but don't.
vagina.
Yeah, try not to use like a banned word because I'm curious if you just make any comment.
She
if I can
typed
just
poo-poo face, and it was fucking held for review.
Yeah, well, I made it good, but now, yeah, I am better than Greg. That's what she says, so I can see that.
Oh, I'm one too. Actually, it took less time for me than Greg. So I'm happy.
Yeah, I just upgraded Lee.
Nick is being like me a couple days
There we
ago.
go.
Don't give her that power.
All right, let's get back on track. Thank you for your
She's gonna
opinions
ban
on
me.
Sparklepuff. Yeah. She's gonna
Greg's
ban
gonna
being.
Yeah, why am I still full screen here? What the fuck's going on?
I don't know, because we're finishing up on you.
Oh,
Brandon can confirm I'm a poo-poo face.
As a beard cocky. All right, no.
Little
Let's
beard cocky never hurt anyone.
let's keep moving on. All right, thank you, Beardo. Let's go over to the Griggler.
what
Everybody's
kind
favorite
of,
Greg.
What's with these names this evening?
Yeah,
I sound like some sort of diddler.
the Greg
Diddler.
The
Diddle me
Gregler.
this, diddle me that.
Sir, you're officially charged with the crime of Gregling.
Gregling.
How do you plead? I'm like, well,
You've been charged with possession of Greg Log.
I did it. I diddled Big Nick.
goddamn filthy Gregor.
Fucking Gregors.
Sorry.
He should have been able to defend himself on my balcony, but he couldn't apparently.
Nobody
Anyway.
heard what I said. It's fine.
Oh, I heard something.
That was a freezing.
Anyways, so what do I think of this beer? This beer is very good. I find this beer. I have this beer probably more than I should for my health, and it's
For your health.
I do find this beer. Well, it's not the healthiest beer to just have a 10% IPA all the time.
The way you said it made me think you said the way you're having it for your health.
No, I said it's not the
believe
best.
it.
It's not the best for my health.
I got you.
But I do enjoy this beer. I do enjoy it more often than I should. I do notice that there is this beer is not the most consistent beer. Now, if we mention our good old friend Ashley Sexton, God rest his soul, apparently when they make these beers, especially these one-off beers, they make them in massive vats. And when they add lots of hops to them, all the hop chunks and stuff go to the bottom. The clear stuff is at the top. And then, apparently if you get a sparkly can, it's because you got it from the bottom. So there you go. I've got YouTube on the side. I just see myself doing all these hand motions. It's really fucking trippy.
Well, did anybody say anybody's can tonight? Was it chunky?
Nope.
Mine
It's
wasn't.
it's a hazy, but it's not what I'd consider. I'm just looking at the light.
Yeah.
Nope. it's
Like at
pretty
this
much
point,
nothing.
I feel like
That's hazy, but I wouldn't call it even turbid at this point.
I feel like regardless of where they're getting it from the tank, they're doing something to filter out the chunks at this point.
They could be. I mean, I've had a chunky
Why? Because
one.
people keep talking about it.
Well, I had a chunky one even a few months ago, so it's not. I don't think it's gone away. I think it's just
Okay.
yeah.
It's just for me, it's been. I can vaguely remember like the last, probably at least 3 years ago, I had like a chunky one. It like cannot recall recently having a chunky one at all. Yeah, even the chunks in this beer never really made a difference in terms of the flavor and stuff. So what's being laughed at right now? What's happening?
We got the fucking giggle twins over here.
Did you guys have some edibles before the stream started or something like that?
Just as 10%. And McCain's Deep and Delicious, our new sponsor.
Yeah, well, what's the percentage of McCain's Deep and Delicious? Like, did you get like a 12% cake?
They
Like
steeped it in
5,000%
tequila or
sugar.
something.
I got present.
Did you ever make one of those vodka watermelons?
friend-
They did
my
that
mom's
with the
friend.
Deep and Delicious.
And this person does not want it.
So I don't. I heard you have a present for him and he doesn't want it. Did you like?
He
Did you get
doesn't
like a
want it.
wide size one?
No, this is not that. They said mention something else. And anyways,
okay.
I don't want to give details, but yes.
It's
Okay,
unknown
well,
product. I don't accept unknown product.
I'm gonna continue
sure
to assume it's a
Carrie will,
sex
though.
thing.
Carrie,
But
Carrie
speaking
will
of continuing, Greg, continue on your thoughts on the beer.
That's okay.
Waiting
This
for
is
your
more
rate-
interesting
your
than
rating.
this is more interesting than my thoughts on the beer. Yeah. So I mean, again, I buy this beer all the time. I like it. I mean, as a style of triple IPA is not really much to choose from. In fact, I was kind of hoping to get this beer for tonight as well to do a comparison. This is Big Rig's Mo Hop, which unfortunately was not available at my local LCBO. And today Agnes took her car, so I couldn't. The closest one that had it was 3 kilometers away. I couldn't afford the gas to drive that far, so I did not get
Thoughts
that.
and prayers.
But
Yeah, you poor guy.
yeah,
Oh,
You poor Corvette owner, you spend all your money on the car and can't afford to drive it.
listen, there's a GoFundMe link at the end of this episode. So you can donate to me if you
no.
want.
Go Greg
If
me.
you're going to donate any money, it's towards my run that I'm doing, that I'm actually fundraising for.
I feel my drive is more important than your run. I'm just throwing that out
I mean,
there.
you couldn't give me enough allergy pills to ride in a Corvette.
What is
That
that? I don't
doesn't
even know
that,
what that means.
what?
I don't even know what that
I'm a
means.
Dodge boy. I'm allergic to Chevys.
Oh, you're into both
wow.
cars.
okay.
You like cars that fall apart. I see.
Yeah,
You
you
wanted
the
those
transmission
super-
is
I
good.
like I like massively overpowered asphalt removers.
He wants a Dodge.
Well-
he wants a Viper that will kill him the first time he looks at it wrong.
That's right.
or drives it wrong.
Yeah.
This car's dangerous.
What do you drive? What do you have?
Don't you have a V8 powered minivan?
Yeah, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, we have a Durango right now.
It's fucking
Durango.
huge, but it has a V8
Okay.
in it.
What is
No,
it, like a V8 Durango or something?
Dodge is
DRT
great at
Durango.
Dodge is great at putting way too much power into a car
Yes.
or truck. That
Greg, you need to come with
really
me. We're gonna go to
has
North
no
Bay Chrysler.
business being
We're
like
gonna
that.
check out those Chargers.
What,
Good,
the
you
new
mean-
EVs?
Take your
Yeah.
Corvette.
Did you say North Bay? That's far.
No. Well, Dodge is notorious for putting a shit ton of power into their cars, like a Hellcat, but then they don't do anything else to make the car sporty. So just like
Oh, yeah,
it's
no,
like
no,
this is like a 700 horsepower couch.
Was it Grand Tour or Top Gear where they did like they did the thing when Richard Hammond had that car and they wanted to have a drag race and he had to spend like 4 hours like changing the tires.
Oh yeah,
and doing a bunch of other shit.
with the Demon, I think it was.
Yeah. It was hilarious. But again, like good for them for like most other companies are going to like more eco-friendly hybrid type stuff. This company's still being like, fuck it, burn the fuel.
Now they have like the EV
1,000
charger.
horsepower
which I think
EV.
I didn't know they made an EV charger. Really?
it makes
North
fake
Bay has 2 of them.
V8 noises too.
They're 110K.
I know there's one Cybertruck in North Bay that's already been documented as being towed away. Like,
We lost our host.
Yeah.
He's watching the hockey game.
Well, I mean, everybody was talking about other stuff, so I'm just like waiting for you guys to spin yourselves down.
Yeah. Nick hates everything Chrysler related.
Well, I'm a Toyota guy, so I'm more into like my car is long lasting.
Nick's
we can agree
favorite
on our
car ever.
Chevy. We're good.
Nick's every car ever. Nick's favorite car is the Chrysler Intrepid. Best car ever.
No, it's not. I've had the misfortune of owning 2 of those.
I don't know.
They were fun, comfortable cars to drive, but I mean, I had really terrible luck with the transmission on the first one and the engine on the other.
One of them tried to save you from moving to Alberta.
Tried to stop me from moving to Alberta. It
Yeah,
stopped
that
in
car-
Alberta by the engine water pump on the engine failing. Yeah, Rob probably knows about the 2.7 liter V6 that the Chrysler Intrepids had. That fucking piece of shit engine that they usually have a sludge problem, but some of them will get the water pump early failure. So mine died of early failure in Blind River, Ontario, about an hour outside of Sault Ste. Marie. I was stuck there for a fucking week. While Jesse's auto body replaced the engine on the car. So not only did that cost like $5,500. Yeah, I was 55 grand. That wouldn't have been worth it
after that.
Hold on.
When I want my engine repaired, I'm going to an auto body shop.
How is your beer?
Well, where's your rating?
How's your beer? So let's go back to the actual topic.
Are we trying?
We've actually kept our viewers. I mean, they're still watching us talk about whatever, which I'm sure they're
hearing about cars.
Anyway, so yeah, we're talking about driving. So that Mohawk beer by Big Rig, which is a ridiculous ripoff of this beer.
Nick, you missed that.
Well,
oh my God.
That's why I actually wanted to bring that beer. So the funny thing is, before I had that beer, I've had this beer how many times since 2019? I did not realize that this is technically a peach flavored beer. I guess I didn't read the can in all these years. And Mohawk is mango flavored. Now, would I consider either of them particularly flavored? No, like I don't get a whack load of peach from this. I don't get a whack load of mango from that. They're both really good beers, but both very, very similar beers. Like if you drink them, it's almost a toss of which one you prefer. But anyways, this beer is fantastic for a triple IPA. Again, I don't have that much to compare it to. Quick story, very first beer fest, like 6 months after I got into craft beer, I tried my first triple IPA from Monkey Island. Not Monkey Island, Monkey
Island.
Monkey Island. You know what?
Monkey Island. Shriekwood here.
Monkey Island Brewing sounds fun. I like it. Why not?
Just call me Squinky.
Monkey Island's a great game series. I played the new one not too long ago. But yeah, you can tell that 10% is having its way with me. 10% is having its way with me more than Rob after 4 beers.
Thieves is modern Monkey Island.
but yeah, anyways, I can't remember what it's called. It was called like Dragon Slayer or something like that. And again, I was not into beer that much. I'd only just tried my first craft beers. Like this was in 2012. So like I'd only tried my first craft beer like 6 months ago. And I tried this beer and I'm just like, I'm chewing this beer. This is ridiculous. I mean, it got me annihilated because I don't really remember the second half of the fest, but like, oh my goodness, that was something. It was delicious even back then, but it was just like, I'm chewing this beer and now it's just like, I'm drinking this like it's water. Delicious 10% water.
That's real quick.
Yeah. Well,
because within a couple of years, you're bringing double Tempest to a bottle share at Chad's place.
That's how I roll, right?
I mean, that's how I met you. You brought a double Tempest to the bottle share.
Hey, that's how I roll. Listen, I'm going to spend an evening with Rob. Next thing you know, I'm going to be bringing a Chrysler to the next bottle share. So
not a Chrysler. We do Mopar.
But anyways,
you'd dodge a bullet there.
We filled this Chrysler car with Imperial barrel aged. We bourbon barrel aged a stout in a Chrysler car.
Bourbon barrel aged water pump failure.
Bourbon barrel aged Chrysler.
Bourbon, like remember the Woody wagons? Bourbon Woody wagon aged.
Oh, the Wagoneer.
Cheap Wagoneer.
Age a beer in a car for a year. There you go.
So, if you guys want to know why Mr. Lee is no longer on the show, it's because you guys are all talking about cars.
Yep. It's not cars, it's bikes or sports or whatever.
I want to try a stout aged in a Countach for 1 year.
Yeah, let's get that Italian flavor. Tastes like an old dirty leather seat.
Anyways,
let's get back to the Ferrari of this chat, Greg. Unlike a Ferrari, you never come quickly on this one.
Beer.
Yeah.
So
I feel my beautiful noises interrupted.
Quick, give it your pre-story to your beer and get down.
Okay, whatever. I feel like I've gone off the rails anyways. Anyway, it was delicious.
Really?
Style. It's a 10. How many fucking triple IPAs are there out there? Really, I can't really give it less than that because it's consistent. You can get it all the time. It's quite tasty. Personal enjoyment, I'm going with a 9. I mean, sort of on the same thought process as Carrie is that it's not that there are all these new beers coming out. It's just the fact that this is 10%, and they can only hide the alcohol so much. And you can taste the alcohol in this. Like it's like there's no way you can tell me you can't taste the alcohol in this. And I mean, is it as delicious as like say a 7% IPA? No, it's not. But again, for what it is, 10%, it hides it well enough. But I mean, it's certainly better than a Fax 10% or a Crest 10%. Value-wise, I don't know. Yeah, I know I'm being crazy here. So sorry if anyone's a hobo watching this and they're like, "Fuck you!" And why you drink a Fax 10% under?
You want to be a high-class hobo? You get this shit.
Well, you gotta love those hobos with internet access.
What's the ABV of the other one? The quadruple IPA.
That's the Space Age Sunshine or whatever. Sorry, Space Age Sunshine Quadruple. That's their orange creamsicle IPA, which doesn't really taste much like creamsicle, which I've grown to like that beer quite a bit.
Which is also like it's also like I never thought of this in terms of that before, but like Flying Monkeys is really catering to the
they have the market cornered to high ABV IPAs.
No, to the bougie hobo crowd.
Well, yes, that too, yes.
The ADHD crowd? I'm sorry, it's the ADHD crowd. Have you not seen this fucking can?
But what is
I feel this is also like a pride beer without actually being a pride beer.
What's that one called, Greg? Sorry, Flying Monkeys.
This is a beer.
No, the other one. The
Space Age Sunshine Quadruple. Yeah, but there is you know what? Here's the thing: is that like, okay, not everyone likes IPAs, fair enough. But if you're looking to get your shit faced, this is no longer. It used to be that Fax 10%, Crest 10% were in like the $2 range, like for like $2, $2.80, something like that. You got a tall boy of those. So of course you get 4 of those, you're gonna get annihilated in the morning and then go to sleep, wake up the next morning, buy 4 more. But I mean, now the price difference isn't that much. I think this is only within 50 to 70 cents of what a Fax or a Crest is. So it's like,
and it's 10.
if you 10.2. So I mean, if you do
want Space is 11.6.
Yeah, no, it is higher than this. That's their quadruple.
Not that much higher though.
But it's over like it's nearish, not quite, but 2%. Like it's 1.4, I guess. But it's again like once you get into that level of ABV with
ABV with
please
beer, continue.
I'm sorry.
I'm almost ran out of beer.
Okay, well, fair enough. Right. I'm almost out of beer too. So,
Greg, time for you to finish and pull out.
Yeah, I'm pulling out, Nick. Anyway, I'm gonna give this a 9 because again, taste wise, it's fucking delicious. Are there better IPAs out there? Absolutely, but it's fucking delicious for what it is, and really, I got no particular complaints about it. It's fucking fantastic. I wish the price was cheaper, but I wish everything was cheaper. So. Including Dodges, those things are too expensive.
Pre-tariff pricing now on.
Right.
I gotta get 3.
All right, thank you, Greg. Let's go over to the Lee Rob couple here.
Do you want me to go first?
Go first.
Yeah, look at Rob. You go first. Yeah, what do you think of the beer?
Well, okay, so I'm not a huge IPA fan. I've had this before. We decided to chase it with a little bit of chocolate cake today, and it seemed to help. But I don't taste peaches. I don't know what you're all going on about. I don't taste peaches. I taste flowers. It tastes like I'm drinking flowers.
No, I didn't taste peaches. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't besmirch my name. I didn't taste peaches.
Jeez.
Millions of peaches for me.
Yeah. It's not a beer for me. It holds to its description a little bit, aside from the peaches part. I don't know what they did to these peaches. They're poor peaches. But I mean, I'm gonna have to go. Let's give it a 6. And
personal
preference, I'm gonna give it a 3. This is way down on the list. I would rather drink a Fax. I would rather drink Fax.
Relationship over.
Oh my god!
Oh wow! Over. Lee, you got some work to do.
He has not
out
hit.
here doing
He has
the
not
show.
hit the pallet shift
Dude, he's
yet.
not even the show
Nothing's
tonight.
happened.
No, he's not even the show tonight. Like,
Well, that's one of those things like where like you gotta like IPAs is
wanted
tends to be
more.
a thing your palate grows into.
you don't want it.
I want to finish it.
Wait,
Once you discover hops are delicious,
That needs to be the only thing you let him drink for a weekly.
Yeah, I agree.
Pull up his shirt and see if there's like a Pierre Polyev shirt underneath.
It's like a fucking ass.
It's like a fucking
Maxime
Scooby-Doo
Bernier at
review.
this rate, Jesus.
Like,
Let's see who the real villain is here.
I would rather drink a PAX over this.
Would have gotten away with it. Weren't you meddling kids?
It's lucky that he was a part of MVP for so long because had you said that,
thanks for being here, guy who just tanked the fucking
he would not be
episode.
in my life anymore.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, we're fucked. We're fucked.
All right. Let's go to Lee.
Again, if you're not big into IPA, I can totally see why you might prefer a high gravity
We're just
lager
not listening
over
to him.
something like
We're
this.
just not into him.
Yeah, it's too flowery for
He's
my liking.
queer. People don't listen to queer.
I'm used to like
flowery.
behavior.
Yeah,
Too flowery.
That's
anyone
just a weird thing to say. Too flowery.
And
Like,
anyone
there's no
part of the-
floral. I don't know.
Too
Like,
floral.
Disregard any opinion of the alphabet people. We don't like them at all on this show.
Yeah, exactly. They're all
It's like
liars.
it's
They're
too
liars.
flowery. This coming from a gay rights support?
If you're not a numericron, fuck off.
A numericron.
Okay, well, I have the
You're
two
That was
laws.
a Rick and Morty reference. Sorry, nothing.
All right.
So,
all right, Lee,
we are
your turn.
totally in disagreement with him, and this is gonna be really quick. No
Fight
one's
the power.
saying after this because I'm literally adding this just so I can have my 2 cents in the conversation happened previously. So his car is a fucking asshole. There is a strip of road that's just a straight flat to my work, and it is so many times I'm like, oh, yep, let's take my foot off the gas pedal because this is way too easy. Because this car just goes way too fast, way too quick. That is it. That's all I'm saying. It's over. Beer.
So you're saying he comes too quick.
I'm on the opposite side of him, entirely on the opposite side of him.
I mean, it's probably not Corvette fast or anything, but I'm sure it's all right.
It's more than like 100% difference.
Wow.
This beer is fucking delicious. So we just don't listen to men. Anyways, this beer's fucking delicious. It's
Rob's only like 75%,
I'm so
man.
feeling it. I've been so trying. I haven't been drinking much. I can get those things. Anyways, this beer's delicious. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. It's that's the thing. It goes down really smooth. Greg mentioned it. Like this is one that can be really deadly, and somebody else mentioned it too. Like this is a deadly beer. It is 10.2, but even if you don't like it, you can.
I
still
mentioned the
drink
deadly thing.
Yeah, it's drinkable. I'm not choosing it.
drinkable.
Yeah,
means
your bitch ass,
non-drinkable
your
means you
bitch
feel
ass,
like
75% male palate.
It's like
at least 5. At least 5.
No.
it's like Lady Lee, drinkable but very deadly.
Honestly, like me,
Let the lady talk.
if I tried Sparklepuff early on in my craft beer journey,
Are you mansplaining, Carrie?
I would. No, I'm just saying. I'm just agreeing, kind of that like Sparklepuff for somebody who's not into that much craft beer is a huge jump. Like it's going to be like smacking you in the face. Which again, like keep drinking more craft beer, get your palate together.
Yeah.
Okay, come back later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I fully expect that it will change.
No,
over
hold
time.
on.
We can talk about Sasha. Let's get the lady's opinion. Lady Lee's
We'll
opinion.
have Rob here for the triple anal.
If it's drinkable, it's always a 5. If it's not drinkable, it's less than a 5.
I don't know if my rating
That's how it
lands on
works. No, because that's how you go. If it's not drinkable, it goes less than 5 because that means it doesn't pass. Because if I had a rating scale, if I did like
Maybe he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
allowed
Alright.
his
everything else out
opinion.
of the fridge. I'm not choosing
For
this.
me, it's not a drinkable thing.
Fine,
Like
but if you
if
can drink it,
if
this
it's
is
below
like-
a
this is the
5,
thing. If it's the only thing in the fridge and you want to have a drink,
I would rather have water.
fine, then yes.
There you go.
All right, Lee.
All right,
Hey,
we're
listen.
done. We're done.
I
let's
had the heartbreak of Ashley Sexton destroying many beers I loved. So now basically Rob is the new Ashley Sexton.
Anyways, this beer is
okay.
delicious. I love this beer. It tastes fantastic. I do taste the peach. It's not like peach as in like, you know, when you get those sweet fresh peaches that have that like juiciness that you can really strongly taste the peach. It's not that. It's one of those peaches that doesn't have that super strong flavor peach. Like you bite into it, you know it's peach, you taste it, you can taste kind of like a peach, but that's the peach that I taste. Like it's not the in your face, it is very like subtle, but it is there. I taste it. So fuck you, Robin Gregg.
Whoa. So aggressive.
Whoa.
But it is fucking delicious. Like it is one of those beers I do find like with the hot burn. It's there. It's very minimal though. Like it's there. I kind of feel it. It's nothing drastic. Like I can kind of get over it, but it's a benefit to this beer because what it happens with this one, with the hot burn, it prevents me from drinking it really fast. And because it's a higher percentage beer, it's beneficial because I don't want to be drinking this as fast as I normally would another beer because this is 10%. So I need to take my time with it. So there is lots of flavor behind it. It's way better than a Fax or a Crest.
Fax. I'll take a Fax over this.
And I would much rather if my fridge was full of these rather than a Fax or a Crest. Like this is something that is great. You drink it, you enjoy it, you get a nice buzz. A very nice buzz, and you can kind of coast on it for a while too before you get your next drink. So you don't have to worry about it as much versus like maintenance beers where you feel like you're drinking all the time.
I feel like if you had a beer, a fridge full of this beer,
you'd be a happy boy or girl.
Yeah, you would.
My can is March 17th. March 7th.
You guys get much fresher than I got.
March 7th. This is from Alexandria. But we got ours on March 7th.
You back in North Bay now? Or?
Alexandria.
Okay.
2 more days.
Next week's episode.
2 more days. 2 more days.
The Greg episode.
Yeah, the Greg episode. I can actually let loose in the Greg episode.
Yeah, Nick, you got to take it offline so we can get some titties and penis.
No titties. No titties. That's really druggly.
All right, so we're waiting for Lee to give ratings.
That's Lee in the pool, Lee.
I had a comment, but I don't have anything. Anyways, this beer is really fucking good. Personal preference. Oh, sorry. Style-wise, I'm going to go with Greg. I'm just going to give it a 10. It's not as if I've had too many triples. So, like, I have very little to compare it to, but I think, like, they do a really good job with it. Considering it's a 10.2 beer, considering, like, the hop burn is like lower. Like this is kind of what I would aim for. If you're going to make me a really strong beer in an IPA, this is what I would try for. This is like other beers have to compete with this. So I'm going to say 10. And personal preference, I'm going to be a little bit more generous because some asshole really tanked it tonight. So
you're going to pad the vote.
Mm-hmm.
You padding it.
I'm going to give it a it's a little higher than I want to give it, but it's a 9.5.
Wow.
It's not unreasonable.
All right. Cool. Thank you, Lady Lee.
She's high. She's high off the fumes of that 6.4 liter V8.
Yeah.
That
Durango SRT or whatever.
Gas, and it's like, okay, cool. We're now 120. It's fucking deadly.
And you don't even run.
All right.
You're missing half.
Thank you, Lady Lee. It's time for the man to talk. Okay.
Wow. Jesus Christ, Nick.
Just have to right? You're better than us.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
How's that being carrier on the show and somehow Nick is the worst person among us?
Yeah, you have the guy that you can't kick off.
What the hell was that?
I mean, everybody could like just stop being on the show, but I mean, no, who's going to do that? You guys are desperate. So yeah, like, what do I think of Sparklepuff? I'm not to start this off a little bit. I'm not Rob disappointed, but I'm a little disappointed that not that I have much beer to show left. I'm not getting the Sparklepuff chunks. Like, I'm almost kind of disappointed that when I poured this out, I didn't really get a lot of sediment in this because it's almost what I've come to expect. And like, it's almost like winning the lottery. Like, I don't mind having sediment in my beer, but Sparklepuff's been one of those ones where like, it's the crowning achievement of having sediment in your beer. This is a fucking snow globe half the time, depending upon where. And it almost feels like depending upon where you get the can out of the fermenter or whatever. In this case here, this kid they poured hazy, but not nearly as hazy as what I come to expect from a New England style IPA. It's definitely hazy. Fuck. Sorry. Washington scored. So yeah, like I'm kind of disappointed in the appearance, but you know what? That doesn't count to the flavor. I will say that I do have the oldest can. I mentioned before my can was canned in December 19th, so literally 5 months ago at this point. So I think actually Montreal might have got a goal. Anyway, so yeah, like my thoughts on this. When I there's a hint of resin there, hint spicy. The stone fruit, like it comes out with some stone fruit flavors from the peaches that they've added. Peach grapefruit. I've said in the previous video 6 years ago that the apricot, the stone fruits come off more of as an apricot thing. I think it's because the hint of the booze coming from it kind of makes it a little more sour. And like Lady was talking about, like where it doesn't taste like fresh peaches, it tastes more like the peach flit, like a different part of it. I feel almost like you ever eat a peach and you get closer, I think, to the core of like the pit or something like that. It almost takes on like a sour quality rather than having that bright sweet peach. I feel like this is more of the peach sourness, but not really super strong. The other thing about this is that I can tell this is heavy, but I do find that this beer is extremely deceptive in it doesn't taste like 10.2% ABV. It tastes more like I can tell it's heavy. I feel like it's more like a 7.5 or an 8. And like I know it's a strong IPA, but I don't feel like it's that strong. So I mean I really don't find this to be that
we get it, Rob. You're really into the whites.
Whites only.
Jesus, Nick.
All right, so yeah, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. I get the chat taken down. I'm talking about the beer. Like Rob
That's okay. Jamie will make a sound clip of that tomorrow.
Right. So yeah, let me finish this one here. So I get a hint of resin out of this, and like I said in the previous video, that it was like a hint of resin. Overall, my opinion hasn't really changed much of this beer. I still find it fantastic. I think I'm going to bump my numbers up on this, not just because Rob ruined the episode by bringing this down and we have to compensate, but because my opinion, now that I've had more triple IPAs, my opinion of this beer has improved somewhat as a rating style. Last episode, I gave it an 8, and it's for style 8 overall enjoyment. Now that I've had more triple IPAs, I feel like this is one of the prime examples of the style. Not going to give it a 10 like the other guys here did, but I'm going to compensate a little for Rob bringing it down by giving this a 9.5. There's only one triple IPA that I like better than this, and that's Killed by Death by Tire Shack, which is out of Moncton, which makes a fucking fantastic triple IPA. But that one isn't peach flavored either. I do get peach out of this.
Killed by Death is a great name.
I'm just really glad that all us straight people are ganging up on the queer in the show to really show them who's boss.
Yeah, we really got him pegged. So yeah,
maybe later.
But yeah, like this thing does what it says, and it's a fantastic fucking beer. It is expensive. Like this costs $7.25 here in New Brunswick. Is it worth it?
Holy shit!
Yes, yeah, I would say it's worth it for that.
Because I wouldn't
especially
buy
when
it
you
often,
compare it.
but yeah.
Yeah, like I still buy a couple of cans of this every once in a while because I still think it's a fantastic fucking tasting beer. But
hey Nick, what does Fax 10% cost in your province?
Like four something. I think 4.20.
That's easy choice. Easy choice.
You know what?
That's a better
I'd have to look what Fax 10 costs up, and I'll do that on the site. But my attitude is that I think it's a fantastic fucking tasting beer. It is a little on the pricey side, but for this kind of beer, I would pay that if I want to enjoy a nice strong IPA. I don't always want to drink a strong IPA like this. I probably favor more like a more normal double IPA or something like Trailway Booze, or maybe just go with like a normal hazy IPA if I'm going to drink something like this. But if I want a heavy hitter and I want to enjoy it, like something that's going to get me buzzed, like what Greg was talking about, this is perfect for the role. There are some New Brunswick alternatives that are generally cheaper than this. Like I mentioned, it's not out all the time. It's like a rare, like a occasional release from Tire Shack in Moncton. But that Kill by Death, I would drink over this. But Kill by Death also costs maybe, I don't know, $5-6 when it comes out. But then again, I don't know when the last time they actually made it was. It was been a while now. So yeah, like overall for style, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 because it's one of the best examples of a triple IPA. Overall enjoyment, I'm gonna give it 8.5, which is still an improvement. And that 0.5 is basically the Rob tax. There's a little bit of a Rob tariff added to the.
I feel like you could probably change my 3 to a 5. I mean, I was being a little harsh.
You know what? I'm changing your 3 to a 5 then.
But if you're adding a tariff, if you're adding a Rob tariff, then we all have to pay it. We're all fucking.
So the Rob tariff should be 25%. So you should be rumping Rob's vote rating to 7.5.
Yeah. Rob basically gave it a 9. It's fine.
That's what I.
No. Listen. As much as it's fun taking a dump on Rob because he likes Mopar cars.
We love Rob.
Listen. That's why we have a fucking panel here, and not everyone agrees, and that's
exactly.
That's
don't let us peer pressure you. Like if you don't like the beer, you don't like the beer. That's fair.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree.
I feel like as I'm listening to your reviews, right? Like I'm more of a sweet person. I like sweet beverages, and so this
You're
is definitely
so
more on
sweet.
the sour side. So that would be part of my dislike.
Well, again, the beers, like you've kind of been on a crash course of trying craft beer, like in the last 6 months or so. I mean, I would love to redo this beer with you, like maybe in a few years or something, and see where you're at then.
It's a good call.
Maybe you'll hate it more. Maybe you'll give it a 1 out of 10. I don't know, but
yeah, I feel like it's going to be in my life for a while.
Yep,
probably.
She's gonna force it down your throat, among other things.
Among other things.
She'll be the dom.
All right, so I'm gonna before I do the math on the ratings here, I'm gonna go over to the chat and see who's in the chat. Starting off with Lee is better than Greg. This is going. Greg
even I agree with that.
So Brandon would say, I do see where Greg is a poo-poo face. Yeah, okay.
I'm glad that Brandon can see that.
Had to be Arn Pryor approved? All right, I don't know what we're talking about here. Greg likes it from the bottom, according to Dan. I believe it. After 4 beers, Rob says, that's
how to unlock my butthole.
Okay. Speaking of buttholes, we got Marcin in the chat saying I blame Greg for my craft beer excesses.
That's totally accurate. I mean, he was very much a macro guy, and I slowly but surely got him into craft beer, and now he's a craft beer alcoholic, just like the rest of us. Except he's got access to like 10 times more beer than we do.
Yeah, because he's American, right? So Brandon says, I do get his point. It is an insanely strong craft beer, especially when being an IPA, which IPAs all have distinct flavor. You do taste the strongness, the strength of right off. Yeah, that's fair. I do like the strong drinks. I've only recently began liking multiple IPAs.
He likes double fisting IPAs. Like, oh, this is fantastic.
It's the best way to do it, right?
Sounds about right.
I mean, it is.
I didn't enjoy it a lot or taste right off, but I realized it's an IPA which I'm new to, and I don't like. So what we're saying is Brandon's going to bring the ratings down if he was on. Although he would have caved to peer pressure, we know Brandon. So
the hockey game is over.
Yeah,
Brandon, say it's a 10 out of 10. Yes, sir, Nick.
All right, so but realize I don't like a lot of anyways, but where it is extra strong, I think I just need to start enjoying the IPAs in general. It's that one thing where I feel like if you drink enough strong, bitter IPAs, you begin to have a palate shift. It's like getting into spicy food. You have it more often and you start to enjoy it because you're not just getting the spice or the bitterness. In the case of IPAs, you're starting to get the fruity flavors. So once you kind of desensitize from the bitterness, you start to enjoy the fruit flavors and all those little nuances you get. And also, who knows, you might not, it might not be something you adapt to. But I remember when I first got into drinking IPAs, like the first couple I had, I think the first one I remember having that was really like pour down the strength strong was Garrison made an Imperial IPA. Garrison Imperial IPA back in 2010, 2011. I remember the first one I bought so fine forward. I fucking hated it and dropped it down the sink. But then it ended up becoming one of my favorite IPAs for a while. So it's one of those things like after a while you just start to crave it. So Sparklepuff will probably be the same story.
Addiction.
Klizak is in the chat saying, "Hi all, cheers, Chris." Klizak. Here I am drinking cheers. And not this week here.
Soul.
My last soul.
Chris. If I do Chris in the chat, I'd have a double tempest.
Carrie says cheers up.
Rob has a
Brandon says, I think I'm just not used to IPAs in general, especially the strong IPAs. So my thought isn't accurate compared to people who like IPAs in general. Mm-hmm. Great. Mort Booth. Triple IPA, good drinking and cleaning the infrared cleaning engine parts. Yes, you can literally degrease your engine in your Dodge with this.
Dodges.
Brandon says I don't mind it, but I give it a 6. But I don't think I need to give it
not in the chat. It doesn't count.
A couple other chances, and I think I may improve to an 8. Yeah, I'd say like it might be something that grows on you. If you have
okay, but I just want to throw something out there to Rob, Brandon, whoever. If you're new to drinking craft beer and you give it a lower rating, that is totally fine, even though you may not get sex tonight, Rob. That is totally fine. Like, it doesn't matter. The whole point of a panel is that we have different people. And actually, it's nice to have people that are more veterans, like Nick, who's really old. And then we have people who are new to the sport. Like, it actually gives you a different perspective of what people think of the beer. So,
Lately, nice. It could be pity sex. It'd be fun.
Yeah, you might get some.
Feel like I'm gonna get pegged.
Sorry for you.
That's what's gonna happen here.
You might. You know what? Lee's probably putting the strap on right now.
I mean,
she's just fought to wash it or something.
That's why she stepped away for a moment.
That's perfect timing. Perfect timing.
She's putting the strap on right now. So.
This is just too much of a window into.
Okay, Brandon says, "Nah, keep a fair opinion. We need to be honest here." Ew, piney beers and these 6 years ago. Yeah, Chris didn't like IPAs either.
That's the thing. I actually even used to mention that Chris used to be the guy that literally every episode he dropped the score down because he didn't like it. But that's that's a thing. Like, Brandon, you don't like it, whatever. Don't fucking be like, oh, Nick likes it, so I got to give it a higher rating. No, if you don't like it, give it.
Don't be like Rob and give it peer pressure.
Like on my channel where I did my whole journey into beers, like for the first probably 6 months or so, every time I tried some kind of IPA,
no one saw that.
I was committed. I was like, I'm not pouring, I'm drinking every beer to the end, and every time I tried an IPA, it was just like me kind of and Octopus Wants to Fight from Great Lakes is the one where randomly I was like,
it's a great beer.
What the fuck? This tastes pretty good. And palate shift is a thing.
Right. Brandon's convincing himself he liked it halfway through. So yeah, I didn't hate it. I did like it more as I got halfway through. Still pretty fresh with IPAs. I've had many flights from Halifax breweries over the last 5 years, but I never got really into drinking any regularly. But only in the past few months have I been starting to try more and more and enjoying more. And he's been asking me lots of questions at work. So Brandon says, ha, 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 ha. Okay, so And here I am drinking one of the piniest of the pinies, Gahan 1772, which now comes in a convenient 12-pack. Yeah, look, we got year beers, but I imagine mine's hoppier.
Mm-hmm.
I've had 1664. We should do that. You guys like that beer? I don't think we've ever BA 101 Kronenberg 1664 Blanc.
I know it's really hard to get. If someone can get the rosé.
The rosé, really good.
You know what? We just got the rosé here, so that might be a good beer to add to the roster.
No, don't get the party pack. The lager's horrible.
We have to get the party pack.
Well, the lager is basic, but the Blanc is actually a
You're basic.
Yeah,
the rosé is really
good.
good.
And the rosé was absolutely delicious.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try the rosé. I'll have to get a pack, and I'll save a couple of bottles for BA 101. So, all right. So that said, let me take some time to do the mathematics on this thing and give a final score of our reevaluation of Flying Monkeys.
Flying Monkeys. The can art is like worth a few points in itself.
Are you gonna raise your rating, Rob?
No, the 5 stance.
No, you can't raise your rating. You made your choice.
Yeah.
You made your piece.
Not just assholes like us that change it.
And listen, we will do a triple anal in the future, and Rob can re-anal it.
I can re-anal it.
Triple anal. Is that like? I was like double. That was like DAP. Is your DAP?
That's basically making sure that Nick is airtight on his alibi.
I feel like there needs to be like a Sea of Thieves episode at some point. Just all hang out in the Sea of Thieves.
In that game I paid $40 for, and then Carrie never played it with me.
Oh, wow.
Carrie! Come on, man.
That's such an asshole thing of Carrie to do.
But Sea of Thieves like play with you guys, and then you guys start playing it around the same time.
Me and Guy were playing, and I had like the worst experience of my life. For like we got like we got a map.
Yeah, like
went to this island and found some treasure and found like a new map, and we like, kept finding more quests on the same island. The point where our fucking ship was full. Like full of treasure, and Guy was going on one last quest. I'm like, I'll be here, I'll guard. And off this, I see a ship coming in, and Guy, get back! And we couldn't get away, and they caught us, and they stole all our shit. And I was like, and
it is better now.
Pirated in a pirate game. Go figure.
I was beyond pissed, man. I was fucking
pirate game.
That's part of the game. It's a pirate game. You're gonna get robbed, and
just like
robbed by Rob.
You're gonna get robbed.
Robbed.
Again, like
I bet that's the line he fucking uses every time before sex. Are you ready to get robbed? Oh,
you're gonna get robbed.
Jesus Christ.
So our style rating is 9.1, and overall rating is 8.1. So we kind of got literally robbed here, but yeah, we're giving peer pressure, Rob. Sorry.
I actually feel because I think some people overrated it to compensate. I actually feel that's pretty fair with where that beer is at, style and overall. I think that's a pretty fair rating.
Yeah, what was the original rating? It was
it's got to be lower than that.
Yeah, the original rating was 8.17 overall and 8.3. So for overall enjoyment, it went down. Thanks, Rob. And then for style, it went up. So either way, like I feel like it's gone up. I think the main reason it went up for style, it's not that this beer changed at all. I think it's because we have had more triple IPAs at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a more balanced opinion of how this beer is, and we still fucking love it. I think that's how I like it. This is one thing, like, despite being 6 years old and have so many advancements in craft beer since then, although not a lot considering COVID really fucked things over, this is still a great fucking beer.
Celebrate Sparklepuff tonight. It's a celebration.
Come on. Alrighty, so let's keep going. Rob, I think we have similar initial thoughts. I think Brandon is firmly in the Rob boat here.
I think both Brandon and Rob both think Lady Lee is pretty, and they will want to apologize for it.
Yeah, and then they both have Lady Lee pegged,
Well,
or the other way around.
I was gonna say I don't think so, Nick. I don't think so.
It's not for you.
Okay. So let's continue. And Greg, I know that Carrie is eager to flip out his penis here.
No, I was checking something and
What's next week's beer, Nick?
You're checking something your penis.
What is next week's beer? Well, let me put myself on screen and we'll talk about what next week's beer, because it's Greg's birthday.
Big
is
Nick
next
birthday.
week. So Greg turns
I'm
42.
I'm gonna be old, just like my wife, who turned 42 much before me.
We're changing.
Except for lately, we're all older than you.
He's hitting 50, right?
Thing?
What's that? I don't know who asked the question.
You're hitting 50.
The bubble load.
Yeah,
thing?
Greg is turning 50 this year.
I'll be hitting 50 in about 8 years and 1 week. So that'll be the big 5-0. Hey, well, you can all celebrate for me then, whichever one of us aren't dead by then.
So next week, that as is tradition, if we have one person's birthday on the channel, we're on the chat. We're going to do a birthday episode, as long as they talk about their age. So Greg's turning 42. We're going to do Greg beers next week.
So, and I want to specify, you can bring. You always have a choice in this match.
Double Tempest.
You can bring. Well, yeah, if you have a Double Tempest, bring it. Why not? You can bring a beer to honor me, or you can bring a beer to say "fuck you, Greg." So if all you bring Molson Canadian, that could be a thing. It's like,
so we
Greg,
bring Molson Canadian to tell Greg to fuck off. So that's the perfect point. Like we could either bring a beer that reminds us of Greg, or a beer that says "fuck you, Greg."
Or it could be a "fuck you" beer that says, "Hey, this beer is awful, Greg. It reminds me of."
But he picks it in the end, so just make sure that if it's a "fuck you," it's a real good "fuck you."
I was gonna show this one. I don't know if I'll do this one next week, but this is like got Joe on it, and I know Greg
Joe. Is that a Biden beer?
And I will not judge harshly, because I'm very much in self-deprecating.
Bring a beer that's
if you bring a beer that completely says "fuck you, Greg," I may love it. I'll be like, hey,
Marcin wants in. Marcin, you're more than welcome to join.
I want join. You need to put a 2 in there. But
I got it. I'll up with us next week.
Should he put it in the Discord? Don't bring Marcin right now. I think that's a bad idea.
I think now that we've opened it up to say "fuck you, Greg," we're gonna have a very big panel next week.
It's gonna be a big
panel. I feel there's a lineup of people that want to fuck me, right, Rob?
Brandon, I'll have to talk to Nick at work and see what he hates the most.
I feel like Marcin might have been saying he wants to join the panel.
No, I think he wants to join next week. I don't think he wants to join tonight.
Just anything saying I want to join. I'm like, are you okay to join right now? No.
Yeah, Lee didn't get a birthday episode because he wasn't around. We would definitely do a birthday episode for Lee. You know what? I am totally down to do a belated birthday episode for Lee.
Hell yeah.
I would definitely do a belated, like, show up whenever you fucking want.
Look at the
and
next
we'll do
comment.
an episode on you.
Well, let us know. Don't just show up randomly.
Yeah, there's that. I love you, Greg. Don't judge me on my beer choice. Yeah, I'm sure. Are you apologizing, Brandon? And Lee says, "I hate you all." No, Lee.
You know what?
Lee, we love you.
I love you.
And
I love you, Lee.
and
I love you.
We absolutely
we all love you.
Greg, say it.
That's unquestionable.
Say it. Say you.
Sorry?
Say it. You love Lee. You love Lee.
I love Mr. Lee or Lady Lee. I love both Lees. They're both
there. There you go. Okay.
I'd like to have a threesome with both Lees. It'd be awkward, but I think it'd be fun in the end.
Awkward.
That's not. You went Farm B of. What the fuck?
Farm B of.
What?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bring this one. He just said he quit the
Lee
show
says,
after the
glad
fact that
I
he
quit the
didn't
show.
weeks. Hold on, Nick. He just said he quit the show after not being here for 3 weeks, and now he's complaining that he's not a birthday episode. No, stop it. If you want to join,
he quit the show after he
celebrate your birthday. Hold on, Nick. If we're gonna celebrate your birthday, come on the fucking show. We're gonna do a beer that's specifically you, and we will celebrate you. So stop with the excuses. Show up on the show, and stop creating excuses.
And also, let's not throw poo-poo faces around. That seems like a very that's like a comment you can't take back. So come on.
Yeah, It's offensive.
Well, it's not. I wouldn't call it hit below the belt.
It needs a moderator's approval.
Earlier, somebody typed poo-poo faces, and
Unfortunately, he's already a moderator.
So,
Lee has earned his moderator status too. So, all right. So we are doing.
Gotten rid of many trolls over the years.
We are doing Greg Beers next week. So I want to thank everybody for watching.
Greg Beers.
And you know what? If we trusted you more, Tony Cellular Solus, we might be more willing to entertain. But want to thank Brandon. Want to thank Lee.
If you're not just trolling us and actually want to join, reach out to fucking Nick offline and chat with him. And we do bring people on the show, but we don't bring random people that we don't know, because then you'll drop an N-word, Nick will get really upset.
Or you want to be like raining on your parade?
Yeah, only
creep lady really right out.
What? Sorry. Oh my god!
We all remember that one.
Oh my god! Nick dropping the fucking nostalgia bomb.
Yeah. Remember raining on your parade? We used to watch like every fucking episode of the show, and then he made some really stupid misogynist sexist comments lately, and we booted him. We're not going to do that shit, man. But we do miss our viewers. So
I remember one of Carrie's fucking original viewers, the guy that kept saying praise Jesus, and then he was really
Jesus Christ be praised or something like that. I forget that guy's name.
Making someone his second wife, even though he's in a very red state.
Very red, the one that's going to have lately barefoot and pregnant kind of thing.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I wasn't going to name names, but
there was one guy. You guys remember Earth? Remember Earth?
Oh, I miss Earth.
I
don't know where he is nowadays. Earth was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I don't remember him being any particularly offensive. He seemed like an all right guy from what I remember.
He just disappeared. But
Lee says, "I'm a mod, so I rule a chat. Come on the show. We'll do a beer for you." No, he looks like a weirdo skibbly toilet. What? You're not part of the current pop culture. Speak the proper gen language. Wow. Okay, so we're making fun of Lee for not being up with the straight trip.
But Lee, your spelling of skibbity is not right. And Lady Lee, you just space in between the A and P for apart.
You are? Carrie.
You say apartheid.
Carrie, why don't you just shut up and show us your penis?
Saying apart.
Okay, Carrie, just flip your penis.
Carrie, all we care about is your penis.
Show us your penis. We're done here.
There we go. Yeah.